Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin, and today I got y'all with the first 2K24 video on the channel. We've started, you guys can see the lineup. You guys will see the progress, everything we've done tomorrow. I am gonna be no money spent. That's all the pre-order stuff up top. Well, 70k MT I got, and then like the 205 VC. I got 25 VC for playing domination. You'll understand tomorrow. But I'm gonna try to give you guys the best tips and things that I've learned as we started. The first thing you should do when you start, so you don't make any mistakes, little things like that, what you should focus on. There's a couple things that I feel like nobody mentions or people don't really look at. So once you load up Myteam, you get to pick a team that you get a starter kit for, and that could be any team that you want. Once you pick a team, you get 5 players from that team. So you guys could tell that I picked the Nets and I got all these gold players from there. So what I want to mention is pick that team based on the player that you want as a reward. There is a reward for these collections, and I want that to be your main focus going in, or pick a team you like. Either or work. But I will show you guys the rewards, since if you're starting, you won't really have an idea of how to get them or what they are or stuff like that. So we can start with the Sixers. We'll go down. I'll go through this really fast. But the Sixers reward is an 87 Joel Embiid. Milwaukee has Chris Middleton as their reward. Vucevic is the Chicago Bulls reward. Darius Garland for the Cavs. I'm going to show you guys how to buy these cards and why I'm telling you guys to do this. It'll save you a little bit of MT early on, or VC. You got Brogdon for the Celtics, DeJounte Murray for the Hawks, Kyle Lowry is the Miami Heat one, Terry Rozier for the Hornets, Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks. You got Paolo for Orlando. I heard he is a beast. He is probably a really good option. Plus, all of their cards are gold, so they're really cheap. Not a bad option, personally. Cam Johnson for the Nets. You got Miles Turner for Indiana. I thought about it. I did. You got Bogdanovich for Detroit. There is OG for Toronto, and Daniel for the Wizards, Daniel Gafford. And over on the west side, you got Westbrook Ruby for the Clippers, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. for Memphis. Utah's got Markkanen. You got Sabonis for Sacramento, Austin Reeves for LAL. Dallas got Tim Hardaway Jr. Denver's got Aaron Gordon. That's a more expensive set though, because they got better players. Not really, it's just Jokic and then Murray, blah. You got CJ McCollum for the Pelicans. Houston's got Jalen Green. I'm just playing. I don't know what I was about to say. San Antonio's got Devin. DeAndre Ayton for the Phoenix Suns. Then you got OKC with Jalen Williams. Minnesota got Rudy Gobert, and Portland, Jeremy Grant. I think there's one more. Golden State with Wiggins. And then that is it for the East-West. Now, I'll go ahead and explain the player market as best as I can. So the first thing is, I honestly don't believe you should be buying anything this early in the year. I think you should wait it out, see what happens this weekend, little things like that. I think if you have pre-order MT, don't go crazy because you lose a lot of money. I will explain that. There is a big drop off if you buy a card right now. So the cool thing they have this year is the collection rewards. You can see everything that's there. So players as of right now all cost the same based on their gem. So all gold cards are 3,500 MT or 2,500 VC, as you guys can see. So it's literally whatever you want to pay. You just click on the player and you decide, and that's how it is. You can buy MT or VC. Those are both options. Once again, right now, I don't think you should really be focused on this. I'll explain why in a bit. But emeralds are this price, 7,000, 5,000. I'll just say it like that. Sapphire's looking kind of pricey right here, man. 12k VC for a Sapphire. The rubies are 50,000 VC or 70,000 MT. And then the Amis are going for 100k VC, 140 MT. Now, one thing I will note, early on in 2K, cards are usually like the Amis and the rubies and stuff, they're good, so they are going for a lot. It always happens. One thing you guys can do is if you click square on PlayStation, I forget what button on Xbox, you can literally buy the whole set for VC and it's cheaper. So it gives you a little discounted price. So instead of me adding all this stuff up, which would be a lot more, you can just go ahead and pay that price for VC. It doesn't have it for MT. Now, here you go with the Weber stuff. same stuff. You have this same stuff. Now that you know prices for stuff, you could kind of have an idea or understanding of how much certain sets are gonna be. Like some of them are gonna be really cheap to finish, some of them not so much. Obviously, if a team has a sapphire and an emerald or stuff like that, they're gonna be a little bit more expensive as opposed to teams that just have like a bunch of golds like this one. Now that's something to consider when you're picking your first team. Now I was gonna go with the Lakers because they are one of the more expensive teams since they do have 2 sapphires, but I just decided against it. Now, like I said, the Magic are really cheap. And I didn't mention that some golds are a little bit cheaper as they go lower in overall. Like they're not all gonna be 3,500. Like you could go all the way down and find some for 1,000 if they're really low overall. Just like the ones that round out like the ends, you'll see them a lot cheaper than the ones up front. Now I don't recommend anyone buys anybody, but if you are, this Victor Wembanyama early on in the year, he's kind of glitchy, man. I've played against him and he is definitely glitchy to say the least for 5,000 MT. I'm debating it, but I have really good bigs. Now they have a cool thing they added in the pack market, which you could use MT now to buy like boxes and stuff. That's something new, that's something cool. I like that a lot. But that's not the things you should be focused on. Like once you start playing this game, the first thing you should do is go into your community hub. There's literally a poll. You just click on it and you're gonna get a little limited type board win thing, and hopefully you can get like a badge from there. Now once you get that badge and once you start kind of getting your team together, start doing things, you want to go into your legendary path. This is where your agendas are, not for XP. XP is not in agendas anymore. This is where you'll be able to start earning things that are going to help you out in the long run. There's a lot of players you could start earning from here, and it's going to be updated often. Basically you have to try out any game mode, so that's what I've been focused on to start. Finish each game mode, you'll get rewarded for it. You will see, you'll start earning little things. You'll earn a sapphire player early, that's pretty good in Robert Horry, and he has a duo with Derek Fisher that you'll earn in like seconds. There's just so much that you could get just from like kind of doing these agendas, and I highly recommend doing them. They're pretty easy. I didn't get to do these yet because the servers aren't on where I'm at. Well, they're on, but like no one plays on PlayStation, so I have to wait. Mostly people are on Xbox. Now, when you start getting cards, do not sell right away. I'll show you guys how to sell and what to do when you're selling, but definitely I would recommend to get to 50 cards. You'll get there pretty fast, especially like just by playing. You don't have to do too much. I didn't really do anything except open my pre-order stuff, and I got this Ruby Desmond Bane. He is a beast, he's a stud. He's really good early on in the game, in my opinion. Now, I wouldn't fully say go all in, invest into getting like Diamond Sean Marion early, even though he's going to be better in the beginning of the year. But overall, the way card prices work right now is not it at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this Andre Iguodala. So Iguodala is one of the special cards today. He has a sale, but in general, rubies go for 70,000 MT and 50,000 VC. Don't forget, 70,000 MT. So right now, if I don't want Iguodala, I could sell him for 28,000. That means I only get 40% of how much he costs. You are losing 60% of the value. So honestly, renting cards is not a thing anymore, and that's a great reason why XP is done so differently this year. It's not the same as it was in the past. It is a whole completely different animal that we're gonna look at and analyze and see what's the best way to evolve and all that. I have a video for you guys. I'm gonna see how long it takes to level up each time per game mode. Like, we're gonna take a look, we're gonna break it down, analyze it, and see what's the best bang for your buck, as they say. But literally buying a card right now is not it. Like, me paying this much and then not being able to quick sell them for any type of value, we used to get upset for losing 10% tax. Now imagine now when you're losing 60%. That is big time, especially early. You want that MT. I think if you're gonna buy a player, be sure that's the guy you really want. I would go for duos, especially lower end tier guys that can help you out. Now in our agenda, we could find some other players, some of the legendary path guys. Like there's a Sapphire Mike Miller, there's an Emerald Pack, Emerald Reeves, Gold Keith Van Horn. So I don't even have to go buy those cards. Like I can find them here, find ways to get them, and they're gonna continue to do this. They're gonna have continued ways to get players that you'll be able to earn in different modes. Now, which mode should you be focused on? Honestly, I think it's so early in the year, you want to just understand how the gameplay feels, how it goes. I'll tell you guys right now, domination earns you around 3,000 to 4,000 easily per game. Like easily, you're making about 4K a game if you win. That's pretty solid, way better than any year previously. Triple threat offline, you'll make about 500 there. Triple threat online, you can make about double that, especially with the reward on the wheel spin, because now rewards are a little bit different. Let me explain them. So in triple threat offline, you're rewarded every single game when you win. No vaults, but there is a wheel spin with these prizes. Nothing too low. 500 MT this early in the year is not bad in my opinion at all. Now Clutch has a vault, and the vault seems to open every game, so don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. You get the vault. So far, I haven't had any issues with the vault not opening. I hope that's the case. They brought back the basketball fundamental challenges. These are cool because you'll get badges and stuff, and you need badges in the game because now you can't buy them from other people. Like you can't buy a card badged out, so you'll have to badge them out yourself. And if you complete all of them, you get 5,000 MT. If you've done them in the past, you know it's really, really easy. So I could get these done very simply, no worries. There's also a 2K deluxe pack if you're able to do these little challenges here. You'll also make 2,000 MT. I gotta focus on this stuff. All you need to do is score 30 for the first challenge. The second one, you need to get a double-double. And the third one, you need to make 8 threes with any player. So these are on pro, so these are very simple, very easy. I can't wait to do these. I'm definitely gonna knock them out. Make sure you guys do that. You get a free 2K day deluxe. You might get something good. The pickup challenge has the door method. That is how limited works. So maybe you can get lucky. I don't know obviously what the prizes are, but let's assume if you have challenges to do or anything like that, go ahead and mess around with it. They brought back spotlight challenges, and honestly, the rewards don't seem too bad. There's a diamond prize ball at level 40. There is a level 35 Magic Johnson pack with 8 cards in there. And honestly, I'm just excited to get this game flowing, feeling it, and figuring it all out. Exhibitions are back. I've done them so far. The best thing I've gotten are like those deluxe packs where there's 3 things for the badges. Those. Honestly, I'm not gonna go out of my way and buy Kings players just to do these. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Maybe if I find 3 cheap ones for like 1K each, maybe I think about it. But then I need 2 Kings here, a Warrior. Like, it's just too much going on sometimes. And maybe that's how I start building my collection, like just buying those. But I'm waiting to see how there's more ways to get cards in like the week. Like, there's gonna be different ways, various ways to get them. Now, in Clutch Online, you'll be making a little bit more than the Clutch Offline when it comes to MT. The reward there is also a vault. It does seem to open, like I said. Honestly, I don't want to say the best mode to play yet. I want to like go ahead and try to figure it out. But Triple Threat Online, you're making around 800 to 1,000 MT just by playing. Easy peasy. That's really, really good. And you get a wheel spin with this stuff on it, which isn't bad, could be good. Like, those Series 1 packs will save you some MT if you get some good pulls, if you're able to get those. Unlimited is the same as before, and I don't know why I'm talking about game modes. I didn't want to really focus on that. I think the thing you guys really need to focus on is just understanding the game, feeling it out. I think you need to focus on building your team the way you want to build it. Don't really like be like, oh, this player has to be good. No, like, slowly get there. Don't waste your MT yet. Trust me, you don't want to. I'm promising you, you're gonna regret it, losing that 60% if you don't want a card. This is the levels. Honestly, I think the double XP tokens are cool. I think they're gonna be solid throughout. I like that prize balls are back. I'll show you guys the token market real quick. Remember, tokens are really, really hard to get this year. They're not the same. There's only 100 tokens available this season, and you need 70 of them. Literally 70 of them are needed, which is wild. But the token market has 3 players in there, and these 3 players are needed for Brandon Roy. I'll explain really quick what you need for Brandon Roy, so if anyone wants to focus on that. I explained it yesterday, but we weren't playing 2K. But 10 gets you this, 20 gets you this, 40 gets you this. So you need 70 to get whatever you need, and then these are just extras with the extra tokens if you do end up getting any extra. But to get Diamond Brandon Roy, you need to get to 50 wins on Clutch Time offline as well as online. You need to get to 100 wins on Triple Threats offline, as well as 50 wins on Triple Threat online. You need to get to 5,000 points in Unlimited, and that will be all. You don't need the co-op reward at all. The co-op one is not needed, as well as the salary cap one. but you also need to hit level 40. So to see all that stuff, it's under collection, which is under collect. It took me a while to see that myself, honestly. And I lied to you guys, you do need the co-op reward. So you would have to get the co-op reward as well, because he's here. And that's how you lock in for Brandon Roy. So all the level cards, these are the cards from the levels, the cards from the tokens. So every game mode besides one, which is the new salary mode, you technically don't have to play that at all, and you need the level 40 reward. So it's all that for the best card in the game right now, which is Brandon Roy. He's technically free. You could get him if you just grind the game, which is kind of sick. I like that a lot. Now I would focus on just playing the mode that you enjoy, what mode you think you're gonna like, all that. Once again, stay away from the player market right now. Personally, if you want to mess around with packs, go for it. Why not? Do your thing. But the way it's set up where you're losing that much, I think we just gotta wait it out and chill a little bit. Now we will definitely do breakdowns of certain modes, especially like salary cap. I was lagging really bad because it's like cross-gen now, and I was playing a lot of Xbox people because no one on PlayStation really plays in my area yet, since it wasn't out on PlayStation. Everyone could like mess around with their Xbox and get the game early. But we have 2 weeks to get the salary cap rewards. It will recycle all that. It should be fun. I wish you guys all the best. Let me know if you guys have any questions and little things to look at. I have a bunch of videos that I plan to drop. My first video of the new series will drop tomorrow. I have a couple series ideas we're going to be running at the same time and all that. Love you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. Sorry for the quality. A lot happened. If you haven't heard, like I lost my bag when I was coming in from Egypt. It's lost at the airport somewhere, like I don't know. They haven't gotten it back to me. It said, I don't know. I just hope I get it back, but it has a lot of my stuff, so I'm using like old setup and stuff. But with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch y'all soon.